the idea of a spiritual awakening, you just assume that you're just awakened and this amazing thing happens and oh my god, life is just so much different now. You know, like there's just too much emphasis on that idea of a spiritual awakening. It is not something that's supposed to be looked at like it's just whoa. What it is it's just a shift in your consciousness, a raise in your vibration, a raise in your level of awareness, and you're more aware of you're the soul. You're aware of who you are at your core. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome if you guys are new. I'm Jocelyn and I'm the spiritual mother on the spiritual mother journey. On my channel, I like to talk about spirituality, self-growth and development, motherhood, and so much more. Please, before we get into this video, I just want to remind you guys to please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell notification so you never miss a video. Doing this, you guys, really helps me and supports our channel to grow. I just want to note that I see you guys and anyone who is a subscriber, anyone who likes my videos, as family. So I just want to thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your energy. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. So this is my second video I'm making for you guys. As you can see, the same shirt, the same hairdo. I had to poof up my hair because my hair was looking flat in the last video. I was editing it and I was like, oh, I just never like remaking that whole video. Okay. Anyways. So yes, and as you can see, I'm not at my desk in front of my my background, my spiritual little mama thing. You know, I'm on my couch today. I needed a change of scenery and to feel a little bit more relaxed and comfortable. So hi guys, how are you today? I hope you guys are doing well. Please drop some comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. In this video, I wanted to talk about what a spiritual awakening is. And why I want to talk about it is because I've been on a spiritual journey for a couple of years, and I always wanted to help others who are going through the same thing, and especially if you're young and going through a spiritual awakening and waking up to new ideas and new concepts, and you're trying to find your path and you need good guidance. I would love to be that for you guys, because I have been going through it and I have dedicated so much time to my healing and my spiritual awakening, because it calls you, your journey, your spiritual journey. You have a calling and you can't ignore it, and it gets intensified the more that you ignore it, and it can be very difficult to get through. This is why I would love to support you. So stay tuned in this video, you guys, okay? You don't want to miss it. So first, let's just start with spiritual awakening, what the heck it is. A spiritual awakening is a phenomenon that I personally believe that every single person has a spiritual awakening. We're souls living a human experience. We are bound to have some kind of awakening, some kind of shift in consciousness at some point of our lives. Does that mean that we're going to be amazing people in this world just because we have a spiritual awakening? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Does it mean we're going to be like Jesus or Buddha because we have a spiritual awakening? No, it doesn't. Second belief that I have about a spiritual awakening is you have multiple. You can have multiple, and it can either evolve you on this journey if you allow it, or you can just have multiple spiritual awakenings and not even realize that you're having one, or not even believe anything, or not even do anything different in your life. You know, I believe that it just has to do with the individual and what your experience is and what you choose to do in your own life. When we say spiritual awakening, that word is given so much power. That terminology is just the idea of a spiritual awakening. You just assume that you're just awakened and this amazing thing happens, and oh my God, life is just so much different now. You know, like there's just too much emphasis on that idea of a spiritual awakening. It is not something that's supposed to be looked at like it's just whoa. What it is it's just a shift in your consciousness, a raise in your vibration, a raise in your level of awareness, and you're more aware of you're the soul. You're aware of who you are at your core when you have a spiritual awakening, and you start feeling different, noticing different, and just becoming internally aware of so much more, and realize that there are so many things that you've been taught that just don't align with you anymore. And so you can be just called to this path and called to make certain changes in your life, and just, you know, it's a journey. I believe it has nothing to do with it's just something that happens, I believe, to every one of us, because we're at our core, we are the soul, and so we're bound to wake up to who we are. When you go through a spiritual awakening, what are you waking up to? Well, like I said before, you're waking up to your soul. You're waking up to your ego, and so you're waking up to your soul, to the awareness that is you, and you're waking up to the ego that is not you but claims to be you. What I mean by that? Well, the ego will probably have to have its own video, but it is what your mind does. Your mind identifies with your name. It identifies with the experiences that you have. It identifies with the feelings, emotions, and thoughts that you have. And any type of identifying, that is what the ego does. It identifies. And so yes, you're waking up to your ego and realizing that you are not all of the things that you have believed yourself to be before, and waking up to the fact that you actually have control over your thoughts, emotions / feelings, your body, and so much more. The truth of who you are, that soul, has so much more control than what you thought you did over your entire life. And when you do this, when you wake up everything is bound to change because you have so much more questions to life. You just have so much more awareness, and you start realizing that you don't have to do things the way that you're told you're supposed to do. So you start rebelling against society. You start what's that saying going? Because I like to move with the beat of my own drum or something like that. I really don't want to stop this video just to look that up. So can you guys correct me down in the comments? I like to move to the beat of my own drum. There we go. I like to move to the beat of my own drum. So yes, you just, that's what it is. You just, it's just this internal knowing that there is so much more to you and so much more to this world. And you start shifting. Things outside of you start to change. Your lifestyle starts to change. Relationships will either change or end. Your job, you might find yourself wanting to just leave completely. You might make absurd choices that don't make sense to anybody else. So much stuff happens to you. You go through so much because of this calling inside that tells you, that just pulls you towards something more. And what happens at first is the ego, the identity, it starts to die because it's old now. A new ego, I believe, is born. But the old ego is dying because it's the you that you've always known yourself to be. So things that you've believed before can no longer exist in this new reality that you've awakened to. The fact that you're the creator of your own reality. So that ego has to die. But it doesn't want to die. It puts up a huge fight. You see yourself trying to make changes, but you keep slipping back into old patterns. And when you slip into old patterns, you just, it tends to be this loop that you don't know how to get out of. So you start just things, you may find yourself just completely leaving your life that you've known completely just to find yourself. That's why it's such a huge phenomenon, because so many big changes happen because of the fact that you woke up to yourself. Like you just cannot keep living the old life anymore. You're just so done with it. And then, so some people that go on spiritual awakenings, they don't just have those huge life changes, you know. For some people, they can have a spiritual awakening and still live the same day-to-day life that they've already been living. But some others are called to higher purposes, like myself. And so there are so many things that you start finding yourself interested and drawn to. For me, it was tarot, because YouTube tarot videos and books on spirituality and books to help me heal from past childhood trauma, and so much. You know, this happened before my divorce. I started being drawn to this before my divorce happened. Yeah, so you can find yourself drawn to those kinds of things, and crystals even, because you start wanting to find ways to, you start learning things about the metaphysical. like the energies and stuff. But you guys, honestly, there's so much more. Like, there's so much more than our brains, our human minds can comprehend to this entire universe. And that is what we're being awakened to. And that itself right there will have you going on a freaking mental, you could feel like you're going through a mental breakdown. You can feel like you're going crazy because of a spiritual awakening. But I want you to know right now that that's not the case, and you're not going crazy. There's just things in your life that have to be changed, and there's beliefs in your mind that you're holding on to that are ready to be let go of, so that you can adopt a new lifestyle, a new way of living, and be able to live your life to the way that you were always meant to live it. Okay? I also believe that we're all going through a spiritual awakening, so that our planet can evolve. We're evolving and changing into a new reality. And I like to just simplify it and say that we're going from the old way of believing, like certain things like war and killing and all these catastrophic, Okay, so I started to lose my train of thought right here, you guys. But the point I was basically trying to make was that I believe that all of these catastrophic and harmful events and way of life are currently being alchemized, and we're evolving into a higher level of awareness where we no longer use these ways to live by. I believe that we're evolving into a new level of awareness as a collective, so that our planet shifts and evolves into a better, happier planet. That's what I believe. I believe that that's what we're going through. For us to change, it begins with one of us at a time. I mean, it's not just happening one at a time. It's happening phenomenally. It's happening collectively, but individually, we all have our own awakening. And in order to see a change in everything else, we gotta first change within. And that starts with letting go of the ego and everything that has brought us up to this point, and letting it go. Okay, you guys, so I hope that you guys liked this video. Again, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell notification so you never miss a video. Please let me down in the comments if you have any questions and would like me to expand and explain anything that I mentioned here. And if you guys would like to talk to me and ask me anything, or just follow me and see things that I post, I do have my Instagram down below, and I'm thinking about, I may leave my email in case anyone wants to reach out to me. Okay, anyways, I do thank you guys again for watching this video. I love you, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.